Some good stuff. Get up in here. Get up in here. This is the Police Saints Sunday afternoon. Get right. Yeah. I got my and my tea. I got my tea. Yeah. The sun out, but it's a little windy around here, so y'all see I got my hoodie on. So mm, mm, mm. Get up in here. So I am the Police Saint. This is my Sunday afternoon talk, and this Sunday we are going to talk about secrets. Secrets, and not only secrets, but the sin of secrets. Okay, just because see, some secrets is good. Some secrets are good. You planning a surprise party. That will be a secret, right? That's a good secret. But that secret that you're not entitled to carry it for years and years and years, right? We're talking about the secrets that people have been carrying for generations, lifetimes, that have kept us in cycles, chains, and curses. Let's get to this. I am excited to get up in here today. Say, get up in here. Get up in here. Tell your mother, tell your sister, tell your cousin, tell your doctor, tell your lawyer, tell your preacher, pastor, doctor's degree, whatever they are. Get up in here. Let's get to this. Mm, mm, mm. This is some good stuff. Oh, let me share my tea because I didn't read the tea. I wanted to read it with y'all. So, first T, the one who listens understands. Oh yeah. That means if you listening to this today, you gonna understand what I'm saying. If you ain't listening, you might not understand me, and that's okay. That means you ain't paying attention. Yeah. So the other T is that's the same one. Uh, we can always start again. You always got a chance to start again. And that's what we're going to talk about with secrets today, right? Oh, that's some appropriate tea for today's conversation. Yeah. And I even made some notes over here to keep me on track today because y'all know I could go all off the wall and be somewhere else real quick. But this is an important conversation because we are in Pluto moving energy, right? And there's a lot of secrets going to be uncovered, unveiled. We are ending karmic connections that were not delightful, right? Those things are coming to an end. We are moving into a more self aware and a more connected energy. And so it's important for secrets to become unveiled, right? And so, secrets. Well, first of all, before I get into my notes, what is a secret? Let's look at the definition. Webster, what's secret? The definition of a secret: not known or seen or not meant to be known or seen by others. Something that is kept or meant to be kept unknown or unseen by others. So, see, the secret is meant to be kept, okay? Meaning that it is not supposed to be told, okay? But see, the problem with most secrets and the secrets that I'm going to talk about today, which is why there is definitely a trigger warning to the video. Get up in here. How you doing, son, honey love? Get up in here. Um, the secrets I'm going to talk about today are going to trigger some people, okay? And guess what? You're probably supposed to be triggered because it's necessary for you to release the weight that secrets keep you under, okay? Because that is what? Binding you, okay? Keeping you bound in a cycle, in a curse, okay? So, that tastes so good. So, my first point here is the weight of secrets. Secrets carry both an emotional and psychological weight upon the person holding the secret. Okay. And this is detrimental to your long term life, right? Because we want to live a good life, a long life. We want to stay looking, saying young and saying, saying you can't be looking all young and sexy if you got a whole bunch of secrets because they weigh you down. They put extra weight upon your mind. Okay, they put extra weight on your conscience. They put extra weight on your heart that you're supposed to be keeping light as a feather, right? And so secrets that are not meant to be kept. Okay, some things are meant to be kept. Yeah, if you're starting a new business venture and you don't want people to steal your ideas, that's probably a secret, right? If you have some, insider trading tip or something, that's probably a secret. But here's the thing with a healthy secret versus an unhealthy secret. A healthy secret has a timeline of its secrecy. It's not a perpetual secret. Okay, I'm not going to be secretly opening a business for 50 years. Okay, that's just not going to happen. I'm not secretly going to be launching some new invention for the next 60 years. That's not going to happen. Okay, or for the next 3 or 4 generations. Okay, hey, now, if you're watching this video, send this video to somebody you love, friend, family member. Matter of fact, send it to your enemies too. Everybody, send it on out, all right? If you know somebody keeping secrets, send it to them. If you know somebody who is living with secrets, send it to them. This is one that people need to get, okay? So, um, now the psychological stress of a secret, it has ripple effects for generations. Okay, and so in this last few weeks, I've talked about cycles, chains, and curses. Right? A, B, C, easy as 1, 2, 3. We breaking that shit up because we done keeping other people's dark secrets. Okay, we ain't here to keep no dark secrets, and I don't care who would affect when you let the secret out, and that's on them. They shouldn't did it. Okay, so here we go. Um, let's say that the secret we're gonna talk about the most famous one. Um, abuse, sex, ex abuse in families. Okay. So for a lot of my Dow toners, this will trigger you. Sorry, but not sorry. I'm here to get you to the next dimension. Let's go. So pay attention. Um, I oftentimes talk about this because it's one of the things that has been perpetuated throughout our culture as a family curse. Okay, because we have been trained and taught to keep these things on the keep it on the down low, down low, down low. Don't tell nobody Uncle Jerry touched kids' booties, booties. Hey, hey, we gonna act like Grandpa ain't been touching breasts all our days. No, 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 no. Those days is over. Yeah, yeah, yeah. We making it to where abusers don't have an atmosphere to thrive in. Okay, and so here we go. That tastes so good. Tastes so good. Tastes so good. It's so good. It's so good. I love my tea. So these secrets and having the whole secrets for the person holding the secrets oftentimes lead to feelings of guilt, shame, regret, resentment, bitterness, a lot of things that when harbored all turn to anger, right? And so now we got fights within our family. Oh my God, I can't stand my cousin Jessica, that ugly bitch. She be doing this and she be thinking this. But the problem is that grandpa been touching you and Jessica, and y'all now can't get along because y'all got the same spirit on y'all battling. A little sort of nah. Yep. So secrets also isolate the holder, right? Because they isolate the person holding the secret into a position of loyalty to their aggressor, the transgressor, or a sense of loyalty to their other family members who may oftentimes is threatened by the abuser, right? Well, if you say, oh, then this is gonna happen and this gonna happen, I'm gonna do that, and you know what I'm saying, that kind of stuff. And so now the person holding the secret is left carrying the bag of filth, filth. These secrets is filthy, filthy, filthy. I mean, just filthy. Okay, and so when this goes on from generation to generation, this becomes what? A curse that keeps us where? In a cycle. Yeah, bound by what? Chains. Okay, and the lock on them chains is the secret of what's going on, because we don't want our family to look bad, and we don't want people to think bad about us, and we don't want to be judged by people, and so we just gonna keep, just act like it didn't happen. But nobody ever stops to think about the person carrying the secret. It's me and this fly that's having that. It's like a monitoring spirit, because I done did everything to get this fly out of here, and he's still in here. Like, I done sprayed everything that they don't like, and he's still in here chilling. So anyway, nobody consider the person holding the feelings or the secret. They always dismiss that person. So how many of us have this old raging drunk within our family that comes in the family functions, and they out of control, and they sloppy, and they just drooling everywhere, and they making a mess, and they just messy, tacky. Okay. That person is probably the most abused person within that family cycle or circle. However, they have been dismissed repeatedly, and they feel a loyalty to their family, so they keep showing up, but they got to show up drunker than the motherfucker. Come up in here and look at this shit. Because listen here, when I come in here, I get flashbacks of Uncle Leroy with his hands in my pants while my grandmother sitting across the table acting like she don't know what's going on. This is some traumatizing shit, folks. Okay, and this is a secret that people are bearing to the grave. Okay, in previous generation, people have taken these secrets to the grave, where someone that they have trusted within their family, within their community, within their church, has abused them, and now they are left carrying the bag. We're not supposed to do that. Okay, I'm going to tell you this. I One of the things of liberating me, one of the biggest steps of liberating me, was unveiling the secrecy of a lot of the things that I had experienced. Okay, because here's the thing: no abuser go out and make a billboard that they abusing you. Nobody gonna do that for you. But it's your job. Unfortunately, it's like the mess somebody come through, they wreck up your whole room, and you got to clean it up. And that's what it is. And so when you are faced with holding the dark, nasty secrets of other people, at some point, you have to get to a point of standing up for you. And this can be confusing because you're carrying the weight of everybody else's shit. Because here they go. Here you go. They ain't worried about. They're not sitting somewhere pondering the abuse that they did to you in the secret, because they're not carrying the weight of that. They somewhere dumping they feel somewhere else, giving it to somebody else, making a new victim, and keeping the cycle going. Okay, listen, me and this fire, I'm telling you, I usually don't kill stuff, but I think this thing about to die. If it land on me one more time, it's definitely gonna die. But at this time, okay, there are a lot of people who are getting secrets revealed to them. There's like family secrets, like, oh my god, you know, coming out. And the last thing, if you're watching me, I want you to be doing along this journey is trying to progress and get uphill on your battle while carrying the weight of other people's secrets. Because the weight of other people's secrets is definitely keeping you bound to what you're trying to grow from. So, secrets, when you hold secrets, they reflect in your relationships. Okay. You ever been in a relationship with a person who is very untrusting? I mean, they question everything. They they need to know who you're talking to, why you're talking to them, how long you're talking to them, where did you meet them at, what y'all talking about. Okay, they're just untrusting. Where you going, when you coming back. This is person probably is under the curse of family secrecy. Okay, they've either been traumatized by holding secrets, or they've been traumatized by the realization, unveiling of secrets. Okay, I never forget one time my aunt talking to me on the phone, And she telling me some family history, right? Forgot what kind of lighter I had. So she's telling me the family history, and in telling me this, she gets to telling me about this one uncle. Okay, and he was like this favorite uncle to a lot of the family, and everybody really adored him. But this uncle was a dark predator. Okay, he was a predator. He had been predating kids for generations. Okay, the kids in his generation, the next generation, the generation after that, the generation that I imagine till he got up out of here. Okay, now another family member, she telling me later, I don't want to hear that stuff. I know that stuff. That person dead. It should die with him. Well, that person is dead, but their victims are not. Those that are forced to live with the weight of the secret that they've carried, oftentimes from early ages, 3, 4, and 5 years old, right? 12, 11, 15 years old, into their marriages, their jobs, the way they parent their children. And so when we don't deal with these things, they are always reflected in our relationships. Isolation is a sign of trauma. Okay, extreme isolation is a sign of trauma because one cannot feel safe to connect. Why? Because they're keeping the secrets of what they've already experienced. But here's the thing: the abuser, boy, they out making all kind of connections. Boy, they the mayor, the lawyer, the doctor. You know what I'm saying? They got they business owners and everything, and they are flourishing because they're not carrying the weight of their secrets. That is always left to the abused. So when we have unresolved behavior, I mean unresolved secrets. Okay, so we holding these things in, it comes out in our behavior. Because when you're holding a secret, first of all, it's kind of hard to be confident holding in secrets. Okay, you have to always be on your toes about what you're saying and how you're interacting or how you're responding because you would hate to give a clue away to what's inside of you. And so we see people oftentimes with sexual. I ain't supposed to say that word. Forgive me, YouTube, but y'all be not. Y'all ain't monetizing me. What the? Okay, but oftentimes people who experience X abuse are left with the guilt, the shame, the resentment, the lack of self safety, right? There is a disconnect from self, okay, because as preservation, when someone is doing this type of thing to you, in order to keep yourself from like dying, you got to like kind of disconnect. There's a disconnection that happens. And so one can be disconnected from their sexual expression, their sexual um, identity. All right. So destructive behavior. When you see people out, they just, if we did a poll of most prostitutes, okay, we would find that there is a high number who have suffered from early childhood X abuse. And then this is shown through behaviors that are destructive to the person. And so when we keep the secrets of another person, we agree to continue abusing ourselves for the abusers. And the sick part about this is that we will hold a certain level of what is it called? I want to say loyalty or duty to the abuser. And a lot of people think this is crazy. Like a lot of people like I don't know if y'all ever seen the case down in Florida where the lady took the girl. This was a deep, dirty secret. The lady took the girl from the hospital, raised her out in Carolina, you know what I'm saying, under a fictitious name and everything. Girl get 18 years old. Now the secret's starting to come out because she don't really got no social security number. She don't got nothing like that, you know what I'm saying, a normal person would have. And so now the secret is coming out. Okay. Now for the person who has been traumatized by the secret, the child who's been stolen, this creates a world of confusion, right? Because she's been with this lady all her life, and this is my mother. Now, for the actual parents who are the victims of this secret, okay, they feel slighted because their daughter really loved the abuser. They can't understand it. It makes no sense. Well, here's the thing: the person who has been abused, left carrying the bag, also carries all of the shame, the doubt, the fear, the resentment, all of the things that tie you to the event. That's that's the person who was okay. So that would be her mother, right, in this situation. Now for her, the secret is unveiled to her, and she is a victim too, but she doesn't identify as a victim and cannot relate to the perspective of the mother who has lived for 18 and some years missing a child that was stolen from her. So when we see secrets, we also see how they can have a ripple effect on not only the one we've abused, but those coming behind them too. Every lover they have, every friendship, every job, every companion, every opportunity is met from the eyes of a person in trauma. And so secrets are not good. Okay. A lot of people used to challenge me because with my son ain't no secrets. Okay, I don't have no secret with my child. Listen, he asked me, he gonna get the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth. When I ask him, I expect the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, because there can be no secrets if you want to ascend. You can, because see, ascension, rising, okay, bondage, chains, okay, keep you down, bound. And see, we're here to break this stuff up. So a lot of times people will say, I've heard people say, well, I don't want to say nothing because it's going to upset my family. To not say nothing upsets the family. Because here's the thing, if you don't say anything and it's a family secret, and now your cousin, you might not leave your kids with Uncle Leroy, okay? But your cousin, who too is a victim but has a different perspective on the victimization they face, they may be forced to leave their children with Uncle Leroy. And so now here's another generation and another generation and another generation that is, and see, these things become normalized. Oh, well, we don't talk about stuff like that around here. Well, why not? Family information is important because, see, another thing the secrets do is they rob people of their own identity. Okay, so if you lie to a child about who their parent is, you essentially, effectively rob this person of one half of themselves. Because the way we discover ourselves, even as a child, you go in your mother's room and you go through her stuff and you look and see, and then you identify her and pick up traits and characteristics from her, and then you hang out with your dad and you see what he does and how he responds and how he acts and talks, and you pick up characteristics there. But if you are giving a person a false narrative, so Ray your daddy, but you really Charles is, okay, you set up this person perpetually to have an identity crisis. Because here now, 50 years down the line, when they need a blood transfusion or they need a kidney transplant or, anything happens, Secret comes out. Now, not only am I sick, but I psychologically have to process the weight of this newfound information to me. And one of the things when a person starts to find out, new information about themselves is, well, who am I? What does this mean to me? How do I identify this? But when we keep secrets because we're trying to protect ourselves, we oftentimes hurt our children, our children's children, their children. One stupid secret? Because you don't want to be seen in an unfavorable light? Well, none of us are perfect. So, secrets are not beneficial if they have to hurt people. If you're keeping the secret, could potentially. I watched the show, Black Cake. Okay, I was referred to watch this show, Black Cake, and in it there was it was just secret after secret after secret, and you could see how this curse was embedded in literally the DNA of the children who were offspring to those living all of the secrets. So when you find people who they just can't be honest for nothing, they're under a curse. But they have to recognize that for themselves. We all have to recognize, nah, this ain't my stuff. This ain't my stuff. I'm not carrying this. Okay. Um, my next point is spirit. I think I touched on this. It can hinder your spiritual growth, emotional growth. Okay, it's gonna hold you down. The rippling effect. Um, the trauma that is embedded in our DNA as a result of secrets is what a lot of us are here to break up. But see, breaking the chains, the cycles, and the curses brings us under attack. And so it could feel very lonely to speak our truth. It can be very lonely to decide to go a different route, right? Because you're not going to get support. See, if you keep Uncle Leroy's secret, okay, you'll have a support system of trauma bonding going on because all of y'all are keeping Uncle Leroy's secret, okay? And a lot of people say, well, that need to go in the grave with him. Well, no, because like I said earlier, the victims didn't go in the grave. But as a victim, what you have the power to do is to break the cycles, the chains, and the curses by merely freeing yourself from the filth of other people's secrets. Secrets can put you in an early grave, right? They can emotionally drag you down to a point of depression, heart disease, psychosis. And so, is it worth that? To carry the secret of someone else, even your own secrets. Okay. Let's say you've not always been a savory person. None of us are perfect. Okay. We've all been unsavory at some point in our life. We've all made decisions and taken actions that just didn't look good and didn't feel good and wasn't a good representation of a goddamn thing. Like you just know you shouldn't have been doing that. Okay. We all done it. It ain't no person on the planet. I promise you right now, if anybody say they run from them. So when we accept our own imperfection, it makes it easier Okay, and so even yourself, if you know you might be in a secret, you might have kept it a secret for 10 years. Okay, it might be time to let that secret out. Might have been keeping this thing a secret for, you know, let it out creatively, responsibly, in some way that's healthy. But keeping it isn't beneficial to you at all. Matter of fact, it's going to ensure that eventually it comes out. So, um, secrets influence how we look at our future. A secret, the right heavy secret will make a person hopeless. They don't think there's no way out. Okay. The right secret could cost you life. The right secret, so let's say your parent had a secret child. Okay. That could wind you up having sex with your own sibling, creating incest, right? Self-destructive, a ripple effect for generations to come. So, secrets are not, you know, beneficial if it has to be a long-term secret. Um, when we experience secrets within our family, it makes it hard to be trusting within our life. So, a mother who keeps a secret from her child, okay, as a mother, you are the most trusted being to any child. You're connected through that womb, and so there is a bond established prior to the actual birth of a child. And so when we as parents, as mothers, we're not open and honest with our children, we keep secrets like who's the child's father or um, things that we've experienced in our life. Like I remember when I shared with my son my experience, someone actually said, "Well, don't you think he's kind of young for that?" Well, what do I do? Tell him a lie until he get 40 and then try to tell him the truth? You have to tell him the truth so that it is there, even though it's taken time even still for him to process the truth. I'd rather he know the truth and work through that than to tell him something and create a narrative for him that in 40 years I'm going to have to tell him the truth, because we all have to repent in order to get out of here. So this is why you see a lot of people, they wait until they on their deathbed to just start unveiling secrets, right? Um, or they wait until they like in the show, the lady she said it all on tape. You know what I'm saying? Y'all get this shit when I'm dead. I got my 80-year-old auntie that I'm always talking to about. Her thing is she take everything to the grave with her. She ain't nobody telling nothing about her, because she, whatever it is, she taking it to the grave. Now the problem with that is, if you take to the grave these secrets, your heart would be too heavy to enter into heaven. Y'all hear me? Y'all paying attention? So letting go of secrets is for your greater good. Okay, at all points. Um, if you confront your secrets, you'll find liberation. It can be tough, right? Um, Someone read my book, and after reading my book, confessed to a major crime, right? Now, here's the thing: the confession, while I'm sure it was difficult, I'm sure it took years, even before reading the book or anything, right, to even gather the nerve to say I've done these terrible things because it's a secret because we're ashamed, right? We don't want nobody to know because it don't look good on us. It don't feel good. So I don't want to know that shit. But by doing so, it created a ripple effect in the opposite way because it created a ripple of healing. When we are accountable, there you go. Got him. Sorry, y'all. Lord, forgive me. I, I'm sorry. 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 But when we create a ripple effect of healing, it too has generational effects. Okay, it too has generational benefits. And it too creates karma that will pay, which is what we're here for. Okay, we can't keep leaving our debts to be paid by our future generations. So we can't keep harboring secrets because as even if you harbor the secret and you think you're protecting the person that's dead, the mere fact that you have it, you're holding it, right? It's in your children. You're passing it along. So the behavior of sneakiness, the behavior of dishonesty, the behavior of tiptoeing around things, the behavior of being dismissive, the behaviors, all of these behaviors come with secrecy, defense. You gotta be real defensive when you're holding a secret because you gotta, you know what I'm saying? You gotta be keeping the thing, you know what I'm saying, protected. So there is always an aggressive nature to a person who is holding a secret, whether they want to or not. Okay, so you want to be light as a feather. You want to be gleaming, beaming, willy beaming. Yeah, 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 yeah. You want to live your best life, your greatest life. Start to let go of secrets because they're really sins making you miss the mark. You're going to constantly miss the mark holding on to things that become anchors to your soul. There's no thing wrong with, and you should never feel responsible for the actions of others against you. But you do have to observe and accept how those things are having an effect on you that keeps you from your greatest self. See, when I had to carry the secret of my childhood abuser, it made me untrusting with my family because I don't feel like I can be open in this space. And so I became isolated in my voice, quiet. Because God forbid that I might let this out. Y'all hear me? I'm a motor mouth. You know what I'm saying? And once I get to talk about something, ain't no telling what's coming out this mouth. I just la 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 la. You know. And so imagine for your sibling, your cousin, your aunt, your neighbor, your clients, different people that you encounter, the things that they are holding within them. And be compassionate to that. But always encourage people to live their truth. Because one of the things about holding on to secrets is it binds you from living your truth. See, secrets teach you that it's normal to act, it's normal to pretend, it's normal to act as though they're one way externally while having something else internally. But the thing with that is, in this new energy coming, people will smell you, people will sense you. Now, some of those people will sense you and can heal you. Some of those people will sense you and can the opposite for you. So, in self preservation, it's important that you are honest and open about your experiences. Doesn't mean that you have to go out and put a public display and no. because most of us aren't, and that's okay. But you do need to find a safe space in order to deal with your things and get those things out so that you can be your authentic self. Because everything else makes your authentic self secondary to unnecessary. See, because if you're keeping my dirty secrets, you're too busy hiding my shadows to even own your own. And this is important. This is a great trick of the devil to divide us from ourselves. And so, as you are going through the journey and you're coming to that point of having to deal with the darker essences of your experience, the things that have been too dark to share, the things that you have felt compelled to keep a secret for shame, guilt, apathy, resentment, whatever it is, now is the time to release those things. Find ways to do that because you deserve it. Nobody deserves to carry somebody else's crap. Okay? Listen, one of the things, and this is why you see sometimes generational abusers, is because what you suppress revolts, it becomes stronger. Okay? And so this is why some people who have been abused become abusers, and some people become victors. Dealing with your pain, your hurt, your heartache, your disappointment, your abuses, your fam- family secrets, don't tell nobody, can be difficult for the person who's carrying the bag. The weight of secrets is too great for the ascension of your soul. So, hey, however you let that crap go, let it go. Whether it be writing a song, writing a poem, going out and screaming out into nature, tell the birds, tell the bees. But in some way, you have to release the things of darkness that bind you because they help to perpetuate the curses, the cycles, and they are the locks on the chains that we are here to break. So, can make everything okay in one day? No. You're not going to heal 50 years of secrets in one day. Okay, you're not going to just walk outside and be like, oh my God, Uncle Leroy was touching me, and then you're going to be healed. That's not going to happen. Okay, um, but with patience, okay, remembering to remember and affirm yourself and speak your truth and find liberation through it over time will give you the strength required to be the greatest version of you. See, because once we find our voice, okay, when our voice is taken away, when we can't speak truth, okay, it's like suffocation. Okay, when you cannot speak truth, it suffocates the soul. So, like I said, doesn't mean take out an ad in the paper and put all your family business everywhere for the world to see. It doesn't mean to go out and get a bullhorn and stand on the corner and tell everybody, yeah, so my mom had me by the minister when she was 10, and none of you ain't got to do all of that. Okay. But it is important for you to recognize the truth of what secrets you're holding and how they're affecting you so that you can properly dispose of those things. Forgiveness sometimes is necessary, right? Because sometimes people do things to us and we hold them in, and it's a secret. We don't even nobody even know that the person did that to you, but you. But you're the person carrying the mistrust. You're the person carrying the pain. You're the person carrying the shame. You're the person carrying the guilt. You're the person carrying the remorse. Okay, because you're constantly replaying. Well, what if I would have did this, or I should have did that, or I should have acted this way, or I should have said this, or that. La, 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 la. No, 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 no. In this process, what you're doing is you're recognizing that, first of all, when someone does something against you that's dark, I'm going to keep telling you, it's because it's for you to grow, for you to remember the purpose of your soul. And that's how we become our greatest version of ourselves. We have to be challenged. The devil ain't about to let none of us just woo, doo, 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 doo. Yeah, I'm here for it. Yeah, okay, if it was that easy, everybody would be doing it. Okay, but you have to trust that you are on the right path for your liberation. And don't allow the secrets and filth of others to keep you bound. See, this is why you see some people, they walk away from their whole family on this journey. They done divorce the whole family. You see some people, they will leave their whole community. Okay, some people will become major stewards for ex abuse. Okay, some people will become major speakers for, um, you know, being honest about paternity, right? Keeping families together. Whatever the secrets are, there's all kind of secrets. I literally just use an example that I felt was universal that people can catch on to and grasp and ride with me as I go through this conversation, because a secret that has to be kept for longer than some set time, meaning you're having a grand opening, there's going to be an announcement, okay? The gender reveal, something like that. You know what I'm saying? If it ain't no announcement about to happen about this secret, it's not a healthy secret. And we can get caught up in this because generationally, like, oh, grandma kept all these secrets. She just walked around humming and so many secrets that you don't know why your child has sickle cell. Okay, but you never knew that you had an uncle that was living. They lived for like 3 days. They had this rare disease. You know what I'm saying? Because there's secrets. Secrets are dangerous. Okay, unless it is something beneficial, and beneficial secrets have a time frame on them. So if you got to keep the secret going, and the only way to keep the secret going is to perpetually tell lies, it's not a good secret. Especially if you have to lie to yourself to maintain the secret. Um, there was someone talking to me about the three sisters. Three sisters, the father was abusing the sisters, right? So two of the sisters, they like, oh my God, the past father that passed away. Oh my God, he was such a great dad. He was so supportive and loving and kind and generous. And the third sister, like, y'all lying. He was a selfish, worthless piece of shit, and he fucked us all. The other two sisters, they like, no, not our father. You're not supposed to say those things. The Bible says you should honor thy mother and thy father all of thy days. And the person asked me about it, and y'all know what the saint had to say. I went to Solidarity, the single sister, because the truth is the truth is the truth, and her truth has to be spoken, irregardless of what someone else's reputation needs to look like, especially a dead person. But furthermore, if I want a good reputation, I carry myself that way. If I don't want to be known as an abuser, I choose not to abuse. If I don't want to be known as a thief, I choose not to steal. I don't want to be known as a killer, I choose not to kill. So, every person is choosing. The person whose secret you're keeping, they made a choice. Let your choice be to liberate yourself. And it doesn't have to be about shaming or blaming the other person, because you can merely forgive them and move on with your life in a healthy way that shows through your glow. I'm the Police Saint, and this message right here, I hope it helps somebody somewhere to remember and understand and um, feel empowered, okay, to release secrets. Because living with them, I'm gonna tell you right now, ooh, baby, it's rough. It's rough. Um, How can you find the strength to let the secret go? By using the observing and accepting. Okay, observing and accepting. Um, Observing and accepting would be applied in this circumstance by taking a moment, whatever the secret is, we're going to use the ex abuse, right? Um, and sit with it. How does it feel to you? And you're observing, how does it feel to you to keep the secret? And then accept that. This doesn't feel good. Then observe your abuser and how they relate to you, and then accept it. Because see, oftentimes abuser will always be either a manipulative to you, dismissive of you, um, belittling towards you. They will um, try to control you. Okay, so observe it, and once you do, accept it, and then decide to take back your control, to not be manipulated. To limit the person's access to you. No, thank you. I don't have time today. But in some way, find ways that you can observe and affect. Observe and accept how or what effect this thing is having on you personally, not anybody else, just you. So don't worry about, well, if I tell, then Uncle Leroy, he might go to jail. That's Uncle Leroy problem. Okay, that's not your problem. Well, if I tell, Uncle Leroy might get kicked out the church choir. That's Uncle Leroy problem. That's not your problem. We working on you, okay? And this is for you. Because remember, the healing is not for someone else, it's for you. So you're not looking to necessarily gain no notoriety or make someone else look bad. You're looking to make yourself feel the best. So, um, don't look at it from nobody's perspective but yours. So the seat of the observer, observing you. How does this feel to me? How do I feel when I'm in this person's presence? Do I feel anxious? Do I feel uncertain? Do I start waning in confidence? Do I feel little? Do I feel small? Do I feel unseen? Do I feel unheard? Do I feel, what do you feel? And when you understand what you feel, now you can choose to have the response that makes you feel your greatest self. Because what you'll find is if you observe and you see, dang, man, when I go around Uncle Leroy, boy, man, my palms get sweaty. My heart start beating fast. I just feel real uncertain, and I feel this. It makes me feel nervous, I feel, because see, Uncle Leroy can smell that. He smell your fear, smell your uncertainty, and you're perpetually a victim. So observe where your secret, is having effect in your life, whatever the secret is. I can go through 1,000 secrets. I don't keep a lot of secrets. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, I don't think I have any secrets. I'm an open book. You can literally ask me anything. I'm gonna give you the truth, because at the end of the day, all that matters is your heart. See, when you check up out of here, that's all that counts. So if I gotta keep a secret or do something, first, I'm not gonna do nothing that I feel like I have to be secretive about. Okay, if I did it, I don't care. Okay, about how nobody else feel about it. But I did it because it's what I wanted to do, and I observed in the moment that I did it that it was what I wanted to do. So for me, so understand, this cycle for yourself and break it. Where are the generational secrets? What generational curses are aligned to those secrets? You know, how many generations have been affected by the secret? How can you break the cycle? Where do you end it? How do you end it? I hope that this video helps somebody to remember the greatness within you and why you're here, and to encourage you that even though you've been through things that are kind of heavy, that are dark and filthy, that is only because you're being trusted to break the generational chains, cycles, and curses. And so, look at yourself in the mirror and say, I A, B, see, because I am breaking chains, curses, and cycles. And so, if you want to do that and you're serious about it, make sure that you give yourself plenty of love, plenty of space for support. One of the things about being secretive is we convince ourselves that nobody else gonna even understand what we going through or what we feeling or well, they really won't if you don't say nothing. But the truth is, whatever you're going through, there are other people that have been through it too. Probably sitting right next to you, probably working right next to you, probably right in your own house. But if everybody keeping it a secret and locked in the shame of what they experiencing, there is no healing, there is no growth, there is no coming together. So secrets are sinful, especially if those secrets don't have an announcement date. They don't have an, like perpetually with someone, like people who are LGBTQ element of P. What you know what I'm saying? And they oh, well, I don't want nobody to know, so I'm gonna just live in the closet. But they've been in a relationship with somebody for like 20 years and shit. Like you've been in a relationship for 20 years, and people still think y'all roommates. Like what? This is ridiculousness. Okay, imagine the weight of that within a relationship. But I can guarantee you that one or both people within the relationship have a family dynamic of keeping secrets that has been culminating from one generation to the next generation to the next generation. And it's just a cycle. So our job is to break it. How do you break it? By being in your authentic truth. What is your authentic truth? Only you know that. And so it's important that you stand up for yourself in every place, in every space, as your most authentic self and bring that forward because guess what? It's what you deserve. It's what you came here for. You signed up. We all signed up for the best life possible. I assure you of that. I'm the Police Saint. And I hope this message again helps somebody to remember that you are a badass. And that's why you ain't got time to be holding on to nobody. Secrets, secrets, secrets. Yeah. Like you know what I'm saying? I mean, if you got anybody be planning a secret wedding, then hey, go ahead with it. You planning a secret surprise birthday party, go on ahead with it. You know what I'm saying? But if you secretly then had a child with your husband's best friend and you ain't telling nobody, you probably should go ahead and tell that story. If you done secretly been sleeping with your sister's child, you know what I'm saying, ever since they was in daycare, you probably should go ahead and admit that shit. If you have been somewhere doing anything and anything that you shouldn't be doing, you should probably go ahead and admit it because guess what? Under this retrograde energy that we got coming up in a couple of days, it will be exposed. I'm the Police Saint, and I just wanted to let y'all know the secrets can be sinful, especially if they don't have an expiration date. If they last for years and years and years and generations, and you think that by holding on to the secret you're doing some great thing, you have taught your kids to be dishonest, you have taught your kids to be secretive, you have taught your kids to be dismissive, and so therefore it generationally still exists in the next generation, and the next one, and the next one, and the next one until somebody stops it. I'm going to encourage it to be you. I love y'all. Peace and wellness to you. Make sure that you share this video with your mother, your sister, your cousin, your doctor, your lawyer. I don't care. Anybody, somebody, somewhere. I need some attention. Yeah. My Leo moon loves attention, but my Leo Lilith loves it even more. And so, therefore, make sure that you sharing this video because people need to know I exist. I don't know because I don't want to be surprising them. So, what else is it? Big Kid Sunday. Make sure that you go out today. It was a little wind. It's windy out there, but the sun looking nice. So I'm probably about to go ahead and ride my scooter around and go hang out with my dad or something. But y'all should do something that makes you feel like a big kid today and make yourself remember that you are the prize, you are the gift, you are the solution to all of the things that have been happening here on this planet that we don't like, and we have to be the ones to stand up in that thing to change it. So, if you find yourself called to be your greatest version, that's because you came here for it and you worth it and worthy. Don't let nothing take you off course. That means your fans, your family, and the community let you be so because in reality, a very small percentage of people gonna choose this journey. But 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 what? But what? But you got to keep going and choose it for yourself because the people who are watching you, need you. I love y'all. Thanks for watching the videos. You said I shared the video. Oh, thank you for sharing the video. That's right. Tell your mom, tell your sister, tell your cousin, the doctor, lawyer, you know what I'm saying, the doctor, everybody. Tell a little bit of everybody, get up in here. Get up in here. Because I want everybody to get as light as can be, because we don't know when them lights are going off, but we do know that our heart must be light when it happens. I love y'all. Peace and wellness. Thank you for sharing the videos. Thanks for all of the love, the support, the gifts, the cash apps, the notes, the inboxes. I appreciate everything. I promise I do. Thank you, God, for the source, for those who have the resource. I love y'all. Peace and wellness. Stay kind. Take care.